Okay, the first thing you want to do is get your brooder out, put it on a flat table, remove the tray, the gray tray, and slide that completely out and set it to the side. On the right hand side of the brooder here where the display is, there's screws on the bottom. So you've got 1, 2, 3 here. You need to remove those 3 screws. Then you've got a 4th screw, which is right here. Then come around to the back, and there's a 5th screw here. You're going to remove all of those so that this side piece can release. Make sure to back the screws all the way out completely on all 5 screws, the 3 on the bottom, the one there, and then the one here, back by the humidity connection. Back those completely out. Please note that the screw that is in the back here by the water humidity connection, that screw is different from the internal screws, so make sure you have that screw correct. Once you're ensured that all the screws are out, this part here, you'll just kind of pry it back on each side and it will pop loose. Now, one thing to note, the first thing you need to do in this is inside of here you're going to see the humidity tube runs right back here to this humidity connection. You need to reach your hand in there and pull that humidity tube down so that it disconnects. If it's got water in there, make sure you're not getting that all over the electrical components. Move that out of the way. Then you can pull that out and you're going to see a green, what they call a green membrane strip. That is right up here in this front display you're going to uninstall. So what you want to do is you want to take that green membrane strip, and it can only go in one way. Get very close to the membrane board here and then pull that out. Now, I want you to see this on this membrane. You see the gold edges, those are actually the contact points. The gold side needs to face this way and goes to that membrane SW slot. When you put it back in, you need to be very careful not to damage this when you pull it off. At the front membrane switch, you're going to notice that there is a sensor connection, a connection for water detection, and another main board connection here. So what you're going to want to do is disconnect these. And there's just a little piece back here that's done by pressure. You just reach around there and disconnect it. Then the water one, and then the one for the what they call a PCB sensor in here. That will disconnect the old card, and then you can slide that out. And be very careful. Sometimes I like to try to just pull this down because it's a little bit of a tight fit. So just pull that down slightly and slide the card out. This is what you're going to, one of the pieces you're going to send back to us. Now the second piece is this main, what they call a main PCB. It has a red, white, green, and black wire. It goes back into this area, and you'll see where it sits right here. It just slides in that slot and looks like this. So it's got a little black end sensor on the end of it. That faces downward and goes right back in there into that slot that you see right here. So pull that out, set that to the side. Those are the 2 pieces that I sent you. Then you're going to take the new one and you're going to reinstall it in that place, and then take the new board and then make your connections back and then reverse it to reinstall it. Now, when you are reinstalling it, one thing you want to watch is that connection for the water at the back needs to be done very carefully, and make sure that you get that water tube reconnected. You can go back through and rewatch this video, and you're just basically doing it in reverse. If you need help with that, I can take another video, but it should be pretty self-explanatory. I recommend getting the side on, the water tube connection and everything hooked up, and then go ahead and get it plugged in and connected. Definitely make sure that this is in its slot. It will slide out. That's the power connection. So make sure you've got all that plugged in correctly and that you are using a surge protector at all times.